Well, good evening and welcome to the Amadeitist spiritual service. Our guest medium this evening is Dorothy Young from Brighton. Welcome back, Dorothy. It's lovely to see you again. Outline of our service this evening will be as follows. We'll have an opening prayer, followed by an address, followed by some music, then a moment's silence for distant healing, followed by some music. Then we'll have a demonstration of mediumship. This will be followed by our notifications and our closing prayer. As usual, the chat will stay open for anyone who wishes to stay behind and chat. So, with no further ado, I shall hand over to you, Dorothy, for our opening prayer.
Thank you, Kevin. Good evening to you all. It's absolute privilege and pleasure to be with you. Please let's all now just join together in a sense of peace and harmony. And in the quietness we say, Father God, we come together in prayer. We take this opportunity in prayer to feel that which is within us, our own awareness, our own intuition, our own sensing, feeling, knowing that we are surrounded one with another, with you, in unconditional love. We know that we have the capacity to love one another. We know that we have the capacity and need to love ourselves. In love, we know that it's the correct energy, the right energy, the perfect energy for the two worlds to come together, for that proof of survival, that we are unable to die. But in that, we ask in this service for it to have a profound effect upon us, to be inspired, to know, to have this sense of feeling that we need to learn how to live. And so we ask for this inspiration, this encouragement, this part of our development, where we know that we can learn now that which is important to us for our spiritual pathway, and that which is so important to us, this inspiration on how to truly and fully live. We leave this service in your care and your keeping. Amen.
Amen. Okay, I will hand back to you in your own time when you're ready, Dorothy, for the address.
I treated myself to a new book. It's called All on the Board. And I just opened it up and I read these words. Service information. In the end, love is all that matters. It may sound simple, but it's true. If I could only choose 3 words to say for eternity, they would simply be, I love you. That inspired me and helped me to feel what perhaps I could just talk about this evening. Because for me, and I love that little natter that we had about the Beatles. I wasn't quite sure where that was going and what that might have all been about. But yes, I was around in the 60s. Very proud of the fact, because it was a time when there was great change. And in that time, of course, being the age that I was, I didn't comprehend the change that was taking place. I didn't comprehend, perhaps, the Beatles singing, All You Need Is Love. I perhaps interpreted that in perhaps girlfriend, boyfriend. All I needed was love. If I perhaps could find that relationship, perhaps if I knew that there was someone that I could say, oh, I think I love you. Now, of course, as the years have ticked on, as time has gone on in this understanding, I need and know even more what it is to find love and its depth, its reason, its great beauty. It's so much more than all you need is love. Love, 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 love. Love needs to be unconditional. Love needs to not have a price tag. Love needs not to have a label of if you do that for me, I will do this for you. Love needs to be just given without that counter cost, without that thought, I must have something in return. And perhaps even, and however hard this might be, I'll love without even thinking about how it may be received, whether or not it be received at all. You know, it could be after an argument, it could be after a very, very difficult time, difficult relationship, perhaps a family relationship, which has gone on for a long time. And you may approach that situation and say, well, I love you. And whether or not you'll accept my apology, or you'll accept my love, or you'll accept me for who I am, what I am, I still need to say, I love you. I need to say that it's enough for me. This needs to pass and be something of the past. Because is it true that when we wake up tomorrow morning, as we perhaps woke up this morning, and we may want to wake up in the days to come, to feel free, to feel a sense that, you know, we have not created difficulty, and where perhaps we may have created difficulty, we've approached it, we have made our peace, we've looked for that tranquility, we have said that there needs to be change, and is a demonstration of the change that is within each one of us. To feel free, I love you, you know, it gives us an incredible sense of freedom. I love you. It's just expresses so much, and it's so deep, it's so meaningful. And in this freedom, it actually is very joyous. It helps us to feel that joy, but it feels so lovely and, I say, purposeful. Also, reading other books, and one that I perhaps might like to refer to with Rhonda Byrne, The Secret, Rhonda Byrne, The Power. We understand that when we project love, when we project a feeling of gratitude, when we project a feeling or knowledge, wisdom, that we say, I send this love, I send this harmony, I send gratitude, I just send all is well, then we're actually creating an energy that all will be well and all well will come to us. Have you tried that? Have you experienced that? I know that you will agree with me. Sometimes difficult, sometimes impossible, or so we think. But on the whole, in our time of our life now, because we're on this Zoom service this evening, we would not be here, my friends. We wouldn't be here if we weren't seeking, if we hadn't appreciated what our divinity is within us. We wouldn't be here if we weren't searching to find our pathway more and more and more. And each one of us, no doubt, has had a catalytic moment. I know perhaps I've had several. Traveling to India, being part of family, seeing my grandchildren after they were first born, having children of my own, perhaps going on a holiday when it was absolute perfection. Catalytic moments too, when, yes, there was a reason to change my thinking, a reason to change my way of thought. And so, yes, each one of us are here this evening because we're growing. We're growing in maturity of the strength of our soul. Our spirit is that part of the communication. Our spirit speaks to us. We speak within our spirit. We raise the energy of our spirit. And with that, we communicate. We will shortly, or a little while, we will communicate to those in the higher life and see what their messages come forth as. Our spirit is the communication, but our soul is our pathway. Our soul is our very being. Our soul is where we receive those droplets of God, where we communicate, we connect to God, feeling God beyond, knowing that we're God within. Our amazing, amazing feeling within the gratitude, within this sense of love, that we are progressing on our spiritual journey, unfolding that soul knowledge, wisdom, power. How beautiful is that? But again, it happens, it's created all through love. Again, all you need is love. Love is an incredible energy. Love is the divinity of all infinity. Love is that which binds us together. Love makes the purpose the world go round, where we would like to feel a sense of well-being, truth. It brings honesty. It brings a great sense of peace. It brings a great sense of, we know who we are and we know that we're doing good. So just my words this evening are really not for you alone, they're for me as well. We're here together. We're sharing, we're caring. We've come together a sole purpose, to know a little bit more, to feel a little bit more, to progress a little bit more, but most of all, to appreciate, to truly appreciate that we're doing good, that we're learning. We're taking each opportunity in our life's lessons to learn. From each experience, we're growing in that stature, that we are creating friendships and deep friendships. We're creating truth within our families, and where we can perhaps deepen. Maybe that there are grandchildren where, you can really get to know them even more. You have that understanding and you can bring that truth that we can appreciate, understand, but bring that truth that we can perhaps be that knowledge for them, that we can start to introduce what we found, this way of life of knowing about spirit, knowing about the depth and knowledge and wisdom within our soul. What a wonderful communication. But most of all, my friends, most of all, let us not desire to be in that higher side of life, because we know that we cannot die, and we appreciate more and more with all the understanding and how we read and we develop. We understand so much more about the spirit world. Let's use all this understanding. Let's use all this knowledge. Let's be encouraged to live as fully as we possibly can. Let's use this love. Let's feel this love for ourselves. Because when we can love ourselves, we can be honest with ourselves. When we love ourselves, we can value ourselves. When we love ourselves, we can be kind and forgiving to ourselves. When we love ourselves, we can see ourselves as important. We can see ourselves unraveling and focusing and appreciating what this life can give. Seeing the beauty in nature, seeing the beauty in others, seeing the beauty in each experience. And so today, let's appreciate that love. Let's appreciate feeling love so that we can live more fully in the experience, so that we live life, we love life. Life is love, and within it all, we're living and loving, and we're appreciating the love of life. Thank you.
Thank you, Dorothy. What a beautiful address. And we'll go to our first piece of music.
you see as you look down all of this love gathered around? I hope you hear what people say. I hope you know the role you play. You were my rock, you were my shield, the space you leave no one can fill. You held the room, you cast a spell. You'll always be remembered well. And when my days have come and gone, I hope I live more right than wrong. I want to feel this love I see. When I am gone, I hope there'll be someone to remember me. Though you're not here with me, a part of you will always be. I'll hear your laughter, I'll see your smile, I'll feel you near once in a while. And when my days have come and gone, I hope I live more right than wrong. I want to feel this love I see. When I am gone, I hope there'll be someone to remember me. And when my days have come and gone, I hope I live more right than wrong. I want to feel this love I see. When I am gone, I hope there'll be someone to remember, someone to remember me.
Lovely. Right. Please join me now in a moment's silence as we send out healing to all those who are in need of it this evening. And if you know anybody who is in need of healing, please hold them in your thoughts as I read out the healing prayer. Gracious Spirit, of thy goodness, hear our anxious prayer. Take our loved ones who are suffering 'neath thy tender care. Loving Father, hear us. Gracious Spirit, may thy presence shed a healing ray, turning all their night of darkness into glorious day. Loving Father, hear us. Gracious Spirit, shouldst thou claim them Be their light and guide. Lead them to the heavenly kingdom, safely by thy side. Loving Father, hear us. Hear us. Amen.
Little wing, fly beyond imagining. The softest cloud, the whitest dove, upon the wind of heaven's love. Past the planets and the stars, leave this lonely world of ours. Escape the sorrow and the pain, again. Fly, precious one, your endless journey has begun. Take your gentle happiness, far too beautiful for this. Cross over to the other shore, there is peace forevermore. But hold this memory bittersweet until we meet. Fly, fly, do not fear. Don't waste a breath, don't shed a tear. Your heart is pure, your soul is free. Be on your way, don't wait for me. Above the universe you'll climb, on beyond the hands of time. The moon will rise, the sun will set, but I won't forget.
You ever wondered?
Lovely. Right, now I'd ask you all to send out your love to Dorothy as she links in to our loved ones on our behalf. Over to you, Dorothy.
Thank you, Kevin. And the way I work, I like to give out the information. I may feel that I'm going to come directly to you, but I know and I wait for Spirit to tell me that. But I know to start with, I'm just going to sense and feel who's with me, give out the information. If you can understand all the information, please, will you unmute and come into the room or use your participants? Raise blue hand or give me a wave, and with Kevin and myself we will find you, and then I'll be able to work with you. That's wonderful. Okay, so as I sit here, I know that I've got a gentleman here coming very, very close. He is Dad. He wants to speak to his son. I know, please, that he is a cheeky chappy, he says. So I know I've got a sense of humour. I know that he likes to dress well. I know that I have a cancer. He puts that into my mind. There was cancer going on. I'm not sure whether the cancer actually took him to Spirit, but I know he brings in this feeling of cancer, and he's talking about cancer. He's also bringing into my mind the railway. So I don't know if the railway would be as him for it being a railway enthusiast, or perhaps you work on the railway, or there's something very significant about rail travel, or being very knowledgeable about railways. I wonder, in fact, whether there is a train set perhaps when you were growing up, because this whole thing about the railway is really key here and very important. Right, no one's anyone waving to me or coming into the room at this stage? I know, please, I say I need to talk to Son here, and oh, I've got a lady that's stepping in as well, so it feels it possibly either mum or nan here that comes and accompanies Dad. So anyone please coming in to work with me at this moment? I want, please, Dad in the spirit world. I know, please, also there's a heart condition with Dad, and let me think what else is going on. July is also an important month. That could be your birthday or his birthday, an anniversary of passing, or something very significant in terms of birthday anniversary in the family, the month of July. And what else is going on? Oh, really smart, this gentleman. Now, that's a lot of information there, so I should be able to find you. Don't be shy. Come in and work with me. I appreciate sometimes a little time delay. Now, if I've got it wrong for you to be son, perhaps then let's look for daughters as well, because there may be a significance about son-in-law.
Could it be like a granddad? You say dad, but can it be a granddad?
Is someone talking to me coming into the room?
Hello.
Oh, Gavin, are you going to come and work with me?
No, but my partner Michelle, her granddad used to work on the railways, so I don't know if
So that's the only thing.
That's the only thing, right? No, I need this. I need the railway as a memory going on here. I need a gentleman in the spirit world. I mean, did Grandad please have some cancer going on there?
No, that's me.
Right. Okay, Tracy. Does that make sense to you, please?
Yeah, me granddad passed with cancer. My dad died of heart failure. My mum.
Right, okay. Because you see, I did feel as I wanted to talk. It was like Dad was saying, I want to talk to my son. Have you got a gentleman around you at the moment, Tracy?
No, but they always said I was his spitting double. Like I was him.
Does let me just check before I start working with you, in case I've just got a son, a gentleman coming in. Right, I'm going to see how we get on here, Tracy. So I'm going to just say, because I know Dad is here and I know I've got the heart condition. Okay, and please, Nan is in the spirit world.
His mum is, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And would she be called Nan, please, Tracy?
I think so. I can't really remember.
Let me just go to them for some. Right, coming back into the month of July, is that very important to you, please? A birthday or anniversary of passing?
It's my birthday.
Your birthday. That's what I want. That's what I want. And also, please. Okay, so let's just feel with Dad for a minute. And I apologise. I want to make you a son here, but where does the railway fit in?
When we were younger, when he used to come and take us out, it was a little ride-on railway track.
All right, that's where the railway
around
comes
the park.
Okay. Now, where you lived also when you were growing up, have you got actually a brother?
Yes, I've got 5.
Right. We've got a brother. Okay. And right, I know what this is. Would you please understand with your brother that you've been thinking about him a lot at this point? Very much you've been thinking about him.
Uh-huh.
And would you please be actually sending healing to him in some way? That's where I feel this energy, because I've just gone back to Dad and said, why are you sending me to your son? All right. Okay. So first of all, he was bringing that connection, please, very strongly, because your thoughts in love, You're sending so much love to your brother. And there's a feeling that you're joined at the hip. So would you please, when you were growing up, would you actually be quite close in age?
Yes.
Yeah. It's almost like there's only a year between you two.
Yeah, there's only a couple of years, and his birthday's July as well.
July as well. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so I now understand why Dad is talking about sun. All right,
Yeah.
and where this comes into the energy. Okay, and you both would have played with this train set. Trains was important, and also going on these trips on a train. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Dad suffered from headaches.
Yeah.
That's true, isn't it? Dad suffered from headaches. And you understand, please, there was a lot that needed to be said before he passed. You understand, please, that if we can just go through this, and I appreciate this could be upsetting a little bit for you, but please, you have thought about this. You've thought about the situation that was going on before your dad passed.
Yeah.
And you know, it's gone through your mind, and it's been talked in the family that there was I'm going to call them issues. I'm going to call them issues, please, that needed to be resolved at that time, that Dad passed very suddenly and it wasn't able to be sorted out. Okay. And you know, you have asked the question to Dad, are you okay? Are you, you know, does that bother you? Does that concern you? And he wants to say to you, it's something that I appreciate, that even, right, would you appreciate it was a too complex a situation? It's had to have time to resolve.
Yes.
You know, it would never have been sorted in just a few weeks or months.
Yeah.
It is really with those that have been involved in the dynamics of all of this. But you understand, please, you were very much in the middle of it all.
Yeah.
And you understand, please, that you were anxious for your dad.
Yeah.
You very much appreciated that your dad was stressed at the time. And you know your dad was working too hard at the time.
Yeah.
And so he wants you to know that he can reflect on this and see that's life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it would have taken a lot to have changed, because he was almost compelled at the time to do what he had to do because nobody else was going to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so he comes with great love, and I'm going to say he comes with great philosophy, because he's had time. Yeah, he's had time to see the complexity of life itself.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes things are just too complex, they're too difficult. You can't unravel it, you can't change it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But he's very proud of you. He's very proud of you because, you know, you have been everyone's rock.
Mm-hmm.
In those words that were going on the screen, you know, you have been everyone's rock, and you've had to, right, Dad's saying you've taken some responsibility for things that you never did. Does that make sense? So in other words, let me rephrase it. You have shouldered, yeah, so perhaps not responsible, you've shouldered, okay, you've been there to say, look, it's okay, I can sort this.
Yeah.
I'll come along and just say, stop it.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it. Don't do that. It's done. It's finished. End of.
Yeah.
Let's just wipe it clean. Let's get rid of it. Let's just live. Let's just go forward. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So Dad is very proud of you because that's been on your shoulders, but you've taken that responsibility. Now, where's the dog too in the family? Is the dog in spirit, a dog in spirit here?
Yes.
Yes. And is it like a Dalmatian type of dog? Is it like a spaniel thing?
There's two. One's a Dalmatian and one's a Staffordshire Bull Terrier.
Okay, so I wouldn't know the terrier. I would think probably I'm more likely to look at it as a spaniel thing because it's big. They're both
Yeah.
big dogs. They're both substantial dogs, but I just heard Dalmatian. Okay, so these are 2 boys, please. Male
Yes.
dogs, yeah, very boisterous. I'm really, you know, on the end of the lead.
Yes.
Charging down the, yeah. And there would be woodland where you would have walked with these beautiful dogs.
Yeah.
Woodland, yeah, okay. So we've got lots of memories going on, and we've got lots of love here. Thank you so much for coming into this room to work with me to take Dad's love. Grandad, of course, you know he smoked the pipe.
Yes.
You know that he liked that pipe. Sometimes he wouldn't light it. He just used to hold it, and he used to just have it there.
Yes.
And, you know, whether I want to light it or not, I've got my pipe. You know,
Yes.
he used to like his newspaper, and he used to like his bag of sweets.
Yes.
You know, please, with the sweets, I like the sherbet lemons, and I also like, please, boiled sweets. I don't want anything too soft-centered, please. So some people like the soft centers, but he likes a good boiled sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, and perhaps he shouldn't have done, because he was just showing me his teeth. All right, so it may be, please, that he's got quite a few gaps here. Do you
Yeah.
understand that, please, with him? And so there's this feeling he's now sucking the sweet, and he's making quite a little sound about this, you know, sucking
Yeah.
the sweet within his teeth. But, you know, I'm not going to worry about what people think. I'm going to just enjoy that. And also, please, I know that he put on a little bit of weight, because I'm
Yes.
feeling the weight around my stomach here. You know, we've got a bit of a belly here, but, you know, he's comfortable in his chair. He liked that chair, and he liked just to watch. Oh, he's so close. He liked watching what was going on. All right.
Yeah.
Now, he had that cancer. It didn't take him to spirit, but oh, wasn't it troublesome for him? Because
Yeah.
I know it affected his digestion, and I know that it was very problematic. It's a little bit embarrassing too, as well. So I know, please, that he needed that care, and everybody needed just to
Yeah.
appreciate. He said everyone appreciated. It was difficult for me. He has got the hair receding quite almost sort of balding here, please.
Yeah.
And, yeah, okay, but it's not all gone. It's not all gone. Okay, it's not all gone, but it's getting thinner there. What is wonderful, actually, I've just looked beyond the screen, and I'm looking out to the sky. This is the most wonderful clouds up there. It's really wispy and wonderful. You see, you look at the clouds, don't you?
Yeah.
You follow the clouds. You look for their faces in the clouds. That's true, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. And so you really feel as if when you look at the wispy clouds, you almost feel as if, yeah, I can see their faces. I know they sit there. They're sitting there on the cloud. And that's a really lovely sort of vision that you have, because you bring spirit so close to you by just looking out to that universal energy,
Yeah.
that power, and you see it very much in the sky. And when you see the lovely, you know, seen in the clouds, it's like, oh, that is heaven as I can see it. Please take their love. Oh, they're going to just carry on. Are you taking some medication at the moment, a large tablet,
Yes.
and you can't swallow it?
I break it in half.
All right. Okay. I mean, why are they talking about this? Just to let you know, all right, because when you first got the tablet, when you first thought, oh, this, okay, right. What they're all saying is you weren't sure you were going to take the tablet to start with. You weren't sure. You know, you got the prescription, or this could be a paracetamol for what. But when you know, shall I take it or shan't I? Then you actually took one, and it got stuck.
Yeah.
Then you realised I can find a solution. I'll break it in half. And so it's just to let you know how close they are, because they're watching everything of every day. All right. So you found a solution. That's fabulous. So thank you so much for working with me.
Thank you.
All their love, and the dog's love. And there's a rabbit too here. It's a rabbit and a guinea pig. So I don't know.
I can
I've
find them.
moved on. Right, I'm going to not give you the rabbit and the guinea pig. I'm going to
No,
move.
not me.
So, no, not you. So thank you so much for working with me.
Thank
so
you,
if
Dorothy.
I move on, thank you, darling. I
Thank
think I might be with Charlie actually. So just to see, Charlie, if you just come into the room a minute, can I actually give you a rabbit and a guinea pig?
You can, thank you.
I can, good. This hasn't happened before when I've got a rabbit and a guinea pig and they just show someone on the screen. Okay, but you see, there was quite a few stories about the guinea pig.
We've been talking about him recently.
Oh, that's all right then. Okay, you know, it was a bit problematic, wasn't it? Now, is it possible that the guinea pig was something to do with school? Did you have the guinea pig because it couldn't stay at school anymore, or is there something you took it to school?
No, not that I can think, not that I can remember. I don't think I took it to school.
Okay, all right. Oh, are you my lovely Welsh person?
I am.
I heard a bit of conversation at the beginning. Never mind about the team. Don't worry about it. It's all right. Well, there's something that I've just got the guinea pig and I've got a rabbit. Okay. Happy times, shall we say, happy times. And as I bring this energy, I've got a lovely lady. I've got a lovely lady that just is smiling away because yes, she's possibly heard you talking about this and perhaps wants to talk about school days. Do you go, please, into a lady's house on your way home from school? Would you have gone into Nan on the way home from school?
No, but Nan was often at home when we came home from school.
Perhaps that's then what I want. Now, did you actually wear quite a posh uniform?
Yes.
Was this, you know, right, a blazer that's got like a beading going around like the lapel?
Not a blazer, no.
No, okay. Okay. Did you have, please, a jacket? Did this lovely lady have a jacket with the beading that goes around the like the lapel?
She often wore jackets and a skirt, you know, the matching.
Matching, okay. So it may be she's showing me something that she wore because this would be exquisite. This is really beautiful. And she loved wearing, that's the thing, she loved wearing her outfits, she loved being smart, and she loved coordinating. There's also a beautiful perfume going on, and it's very floral, please. I can smell, it's like daisies, and so she loved flowers. She loved flowers, and if we talk about the month of July, I want to go with July and your family too, but I move also into August. And there's something going on in September as well. I feel as if I've got the 3 months, but September is even feeling stronger to me right now. So I don't know if you've got a birthday or anniversary with this lovely lady in September.
Wedding anniversary.
Yes, okay. So that's absolutely great. And oh, right, Vera Lynn. We're singing with Vera Lynn here. We're singing some Vera Lynn, okay? Till we meet again, till, you know, all of those songs, all right? And they're also absolutely celebrated in your family and absolutely loved. This lady, this grandma, struggling with, do I want to actually say Nana?
Yeah.
That's it, because I was struggling there. Nan didn't feel right, no. And then I go to grandma, and that's too formal with her. But Nana, that's perfect. That's it, lovely. She would have brushed your hair. Her hair's beautiful. She did wear glasses right at the very end, but they're actually almost. Oh, she's talking about Mary Quant.
Not sure who that is.
No, you're too young. Mary. Okay. Perhaps she's just going back in her time. Would she be right? She followed fashion.
Not massively, I wouldn't say. She probably thought she was fashionable.
Okay. Okay. where does, in fact, the name Mary, where does Mary
Yeah, I
come
can take
in?
Mary.
Yeah, I think I put the quant bit on. I think she's calling out Mary's with her. You understand,
Right,
Mary?
yeah.
Mary's with her. Now, with Mary, she following fashion.
I think she did, yeah.
Yeah, I think, and she's that little bit older than Nana.
It was a friend of my nan's, very
Yeah.
close friend.
Yeah. I think that's where, I think that they're having conversations in the spirit world about fashion. Right, and I'm going back to them, because, so come on, what do you mean? Have you got a daughter?
Yeah.
Is your daughter, I don't know the age, but is she actually wanting to be is she keen on what she wears?
Yes. Every morning we have a battle.
That's the battle, yeah. Now, would you understand, please, that she wants to wear some quite obscure clothes?
Not really, no.
Well, it's all about what everyone else is wearing.
No, she's a bit young for that.
She's a bit young for that. Okay. I just wonder whether the Mary Quant part I wanted to bring in there. So that's absolutely wrong. So what are you absolutely saying to me? Okay. Right, I'm going to come back to you in this. Because would you please have actually cut, see, there's the cutout dolls where you put the clothing. I think she's going, I think I've got another lady coming here. I'm going to just ask this other lady just to hold on a minute. And I believe I'm with someone else here. I've got a lady that's sitting with me who's really a lot older, needs to talk to somebody older than you. So everybody who's listening at this, can you just all have a think about, I still want to finish, please, with Charlie here, but can anybody just, in a minute, have someone in the spirit world that you're of the age where you would have done the cut out clothing, you put it around, we would have cut out the doll. This would all be cardboard. We cut out the doll and then we cut out the paper clothing and we would put it around the doll. It's around about the time of Mary Quant as well, and that era. So I'm going to leave that there for a moment. I'm going to see if someone will understand all of that and work with me. But coming back to you, Charlie, Nana is here and Mary is with her as well. And you know, she's been listening to your conversations about, and you may well be talking about having either a rabbit for your little one or that's what you've been talking about, but the energy feels more that you may well go for a dog.
My sister's just got guinea pigs for her too.
Yeah, so the conversation, should we go for a dog, should we go for the rabbit, what should we do? It's inevitable that something, all right, will come about. And the whole instigation, of course, is the fact you've got a little one, and with the little one, you know, you've got perhaps this battle on your hands each morning with what she's expressing herself, and she's a little bit of a tomboy that's coming nicely along, and she's going to give you so much joy. Joy is so important. And I almost feel as if I might actually have someone in the spirit world who would have been called Joyce or Joy. So I don't know if you can perhaps find that name as well. But all their love, and enjoy your battles. Enjoy this expression of this little one, because, you know, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Them finding what's good for them and their own personalities. And it's just so important to you that you want your little one to have this personality and not to be shy, as it were. You know, that is not in your vocabulary. And so, you know, within your battles, Spirit is with you and encouraging you to say, yes, let your little one be absolutely true to themselves. As for you, there is a feeling, please, that you're enjoying life. You know, you really do enjoy life and you enjoy the purpose of life. So all their love, and thank you for working with me.
Thank you.
And does anybody understand all this Mary Quant, these cutout dolls, putting paper, little outfit on the cardboard doll? These are things that, see, this is my era. These are things that I would have done. Anybody understand?
Yeah, you've got Kim Allensby there, Dorothy.
Yeah, good, because I've got a lady here that wants to. Right, can you come into the room, please, Kim?
Yeah, I'm in.
There you are. Okay. Lovely. Because I've got a lady here that she wasn't going to wait, and she just wanted to make sure that she wanted to talk about this. Does this resonate with you when you were growing up?
Yeah, I have a spinning wheel which I use, which I bought off a lady whose mother used to bake clothes on it for Mary Quant.
Oh, right. So there's the Mary Quant. Okay.
Yeah.
And so there's this lady here that would call out Mary Quant and then show you perhaps the patterns. So would these be therefore patterns that are designs, and that's what I'm being shown?
I design rugs and make rugs.
No, I'm not seeing rugs. You see, I'm seeing outfits. The paper that you put on a cardboard.
I used to do that when I was younger, yes.
Right, so that's when you were, that's what you did when you were younger. Right, I know what this is. You would please understand that it started, your creativity started when you were very young.
Yeah.
And from that you have designed clothing.
Yes.
And you've brought that now in its diversity into rugs, into fabrics, into lampshades, designed so that lampshades coordinate with the rug, the colour scheme, and working with colour and working with also the feng shui. You understand that, please? The feng shui as well. So it's all about this energy of bringing the colours together. Okay. And this lovely lady you do know, so she's not actually a relative of yours. She's a friend. Yeah. But she was a distinguished lady.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
She had a very strong opinion. And she, as I say, she wasn't going to wait until I finished there. She wanted to make sure she came in because she knows how life is so important to you right now. You really, what she's bringing in for you is that, you've had to work with others so much. You've had to adapt to what others wanted.
Yeah, correct, yeah.
You've had to appreciate life in harmony with confines of family, who's doing what, who says what, and you've held your own, which is your truth, but now you're living your way.
Yeah, I would agree with that,
Yeah, good, because she's, and she's around you, and she did she worked and she lived life her way.
Very much so.
Very much so. But she brings in, there wasn't the tenderness and there wasn't the softness.
No. No.
But she says, you do this with tenderness and the softness.
Yeah. Please
celebrate. Celebrate that you've gone further than I did in that department. Because you appreciate, for this lovely lady here, life could have been a lot. Would you appreciate that there was a little bit of loneliness for her, a little bit of being cut out of the loop a little bit before she passed?
Yeah, it's very sad, but true, yeah.
She says, I was out of the loop. She's going to use the word ostracized a little bit. And she said, I was on my own.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's celebrating everything that she did, and she's not alone now. She's not alone now because she says, it's good what it's good. The way I am is good. The way I am is good because I've been able to let that harshness a little bit go and bring that softness. And by watching you with what you do, Kim, she sees the softness softly, softly. Yeah, and it works so beautifully. So she wishes you all the well with all that you do, the diversity of you know, from the very early days, and the celebration too. There's old music going on here, an old record player, you know, and we dance, and I feel she used to smoke as well. I've got this sort of feeling that she's got a cigarette in her hand. You know, we were at the days of the Mary Quant, you know, we reset the boundaries. We reset the boundaries.
There was very much a free spirit.
Yeah, we reset the boundaries. There weren't boundaries. And well, in fact, we were talking, weren't we, earlier? Someone was mentioning about the 60s, you know, and being of the 60s, I'm of the 60s, you know, and it was a phenomenal time and a great experience, and, you know, never to be forgotten, because, you know, let's listen to Boom Radio now because we're hearing all the old songs, and which is absolutely amazing. All there, this lovely lady's love. Do you know, right, you know Margaret, don't you, in spirit?
Yes.
Yeah, she just wants to step in and say hello. All
That's
right,
nice.
so Margaret is here, and there's, right, Susie. Do you know Susie?
A neighbour called Susie many years ago.
Right, because I've got Susie.
Yeah.
Susie, okay. And with Susie, I want to put the washing on the line and everything be absolutely white. Whiter than white, Omo white.
It was a nightmare.
Omo white. Everything's on the line, Omo white. Okay. And she'd shoo off the birds, she says. She wouldn't have the birds in the garden. She would shoo them off. Yeah, okay. All right. And there's this feeling, please, of the road. All right. There's a verge. And, you know, it's like the council come along and cut the verge. But there's something about it not done particularly well, perhaps at where her property was, or there was something about her property. Anyway, lots and lots of love from all of them, and thank you so much for working with me.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Bless you. Thank you.
Thank you.
See, I've got to be persistent and keep going, otherwise I don't find out where it's all going to. So how are we doing on time? That's lovely. Okay. Right, I've got certainly a gentleman here. I've got military. I know I'm marching. I know that he's got medals. I know that we're very proud of those medals. The medals are still being kept. They are in a presentation little box here. They're kept clean, bright, and treasured. I've got this sense of old furniture. I've got a sense of tobacco as well. I've got a sense, please, of beautiful music. Keep playing the music. Love of music around somebody. A great sense of memory and a sense of this gentleman in the spirit world. It's a little bit like knowing that we've got Captain Tom. So this gentleman would be elderly. I almost feel as if I perhaps go into my 90s when I pass, thinking about Captain Tom because he was in his 90s. Let me see what else is going on here. So please don't anyone be shy. Come into the room and speak to me, work with me. No doubt this could be granddad or great granddad, gentleman in the military. I feel we've got to go to army. Not sure I want to say Navy or Air Force. I feel as if I want to say Army. You will know about this gentleman with his medals. Medals are in the family, and we celebrate this wondrous gentleman. I need to work with you.
Dorothy, I've got my great-grandfather's medals in a presentation box.
A presentation box, that's what I want. That's what I want. And, you know, in this presentation box, somebody actually cleans the box or keeps it really polished and beautiful.
Yeah, that would be me.
Good. I'm glad you're doing that. And I'm glad it's great granddad, because I knew I wanted to go granddad or great granddad. And you understand, please, many stories of his. And I just feel as if I'm 91 when I pass. Is that true?
He was in his 90s, yes.
90s, yeah, okay. And I know also that he was getting close, please, to his next birthday. Yeah, and he would have been great. Like Captain Tom, he was so close to that next birthday, but he didn't see that next birthday. He would always celebrate the birthday. You would always celebrate and make sure that you know, there was some kind of, well, a cake and sandwiches, and you know, it feels as if you are a part of a large family.
I am, yes.
Yeah, and everybody knows him. Everybody remembers him. Everybody talks about him. And I don't suppose he's Frederick, is he? He's not Fred.
No, no.
But is there Frederick also in the spirit world? A Frederick?
Not that I can think of.
Okay, all right. Okay. And Michael.
There's a Michael, yeah.
Michael. Perhaps, you know, sometimes I get a wrong word, a wrong name, because I'm struggling to get the next, and I get it right then. But Michael is there, please.
Yeah.
Is Michael, please, a father? He may not be your father, but he actually has children. He's a father.
Yes.
Yeah. Because he comes in this sort of fatherly vibration, and he comes very much fatherly around you as well. So I know that you have a relationship with him. I know that there's great friendship here, and there's a lot of friendship. Right. There's a lot of spiritual knowledge that you have. I know, please, that you're doing a lot of reading, spiritual progress, awareness development. There's mediumship with you. There is everything that's coming very much to the fore.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, perhaps a little bit of reluctance, a little bit in your part. A little bit, you need a little bit more. Well, like me, you know, you need a little bit more self-belief, and when you watch demonstrations of mediumship, we do, you know, we have to have this self-belief and just trust in it and just work with it and feel it, and you know, it's there absolutely with you, and healing as well, and you're really opening up to all possibilities and enjoying, and right, they're smiling. There's so many people here now. I feel Mum. Is Mum, please, in the spirit world?
No, Mum's here.
Mum is here, so I've got a mum figure here. So would this be great grandmother?
No, it would be my Nana.
But would be Nana, okay, because I really feel a mum here. You understand, please, that she would have washed you and dressed you. Okay, because she says, I am Mum. I am Mum. And I actually took responsibility as well. So I know, please, she would have guided you along the pathway. She would have taken on that role. There's a feeling here, please, that your mum was poorly for some time.
No.
No, okay. There is a feeling here then, if poorly for some time, was your nan poorly for some time? Right, okay. And she would have struggled still to look after you.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because it felt as if she was saying that your mum perhaps was poorly, and so therefore she took on the role for a period of time. But it's not. I've gone back to her. She's, oh, no. Although she was poorly, she still carried on that role of being, you know, your super mum. She says, I'm super mum. You got mum, but I'm super mum, because she says, I know best. Right. So when she says that, you'd appreciate that she was one to make sure it was all about what you ate.
Yes, definitely.
you know, she made sure you had fruit.
Yes.
She made sure you had fruit, and it's all about a good breakfast before the beginning of, you know, at the beginning of the day. You know, she was fastidious about certain, and okay, and also, you know, please, I almost want to go into her bedroom.
Okay.
I want to go into her bedroom, and I've got these lovely little frilly cushions, pillows, or scatter things. Her bed is right. Does that make sense? Did she have special sort of cushions on her bed?
I was young when she passed. All I can remember is all the doilies and things round.
Oh, it's doilies, is it? Okay, because, you know, it's like frilly things.
Yeah.
Frilly things. All right, but that would have been on her bed as well. So it's right. Okay, so. So you're going back in this wonderful memory being very small, being looked after by her. Right, do you love strawberries?
Yes.
Have you been buying a lot of strawberries
Yes.
every day?
No. I buy big boxes for the week.
All right, okay. Because I love it when they can give us something that shows what you're doing like now. Because she's just showing me all these strawberries. And have you been strawberry picking?
No, not recently.
Have you grown strawberries? Did she grow the strawberries?
No.
Going back in time, strawberries, I mean, we get a prevalence of these things now, but in the past, it was something that, we didn't have, did we? We now got fruit all year round, and, strawberries was something that was high days and holidays, wasn't it? Perhaps that's what she's saying. Right. Would you please know with your Nana that life was hard?
Yes.
Would you appreciate that there wasn't a lot of money
at
that time? Yeah, that's what it is. Would you appreciate that that's why she would be wanting you to have fruit and good food, because, that was important to her? And would you appreciate that when she was a little girl, it was very, very difficult?
Yeah.
But they were hard times.
Yeah.
And I feel as if I want to have a mangle and all of that sort of stuff going on. And they were hard times. And you appreciate, please, that this would be in an area where it's, houses would be back to back, and everybody had to look out for everybody else.
Yeah.
Okay. And she's reflecting on that to say, look how things are now. And how wonderful you can have strawberries whenever you want.
Yeah.
You can buy them and you do. You just go and buy them and you have them. So lots of celebrations. Oh, there's a pussycat too here.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, yeah, a beautiful. And would you please understand, like a tortoiseshell cat?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Because it purring. It's like, oh my word, it's so loud. Purring is so loud. So look, your beautiful cat comes to you, and lovely Nana is with you, and your lovely great granddad here. There's a signet ring.
Not sure.
Okay, well, if you could ask about that, because he's got a ring, just talking about a ring.
Okay.
But what he's proud about most of all is the fact that you're looking after his medals.
Thank you.
They were hard-earned.
Yes, they were.
They were hard-earned, and it was traumatic at the time.
Yeah.
And it actually affected his health.
Yeah, it did.
Absolutely. And he says, I always struggled with that chest. But I made good old bones. And I held court. And told my war stories over and over and over again. Thoroughly loved every moment of telling those stories. So you, with your mediumship and all that you do, tell it as a story.
Okay.
Just tell it as a story. Let it come in and tell it as a story. And he's saying to me, Dorothy, you've told it as my story. My story was one of great success because I was proud. I was proud of who I was. I'm proud of who I am. And I will always be proud. Because pride comes with hard work, and pride comes with dedication. Pride comes with putting yourself sometimes on the line. So we put ourselves on the line. So Sharon, put yourself on the line. Put yourself on the line. And all his love, all his guidance, and all his sort of like, he did whistle. So do you actually hear him whistling around you?
Occasionally.
Yeah, I think you've heard his whistle. Yeah.
Usually my other Nana that I hear more often than I.
Okay, well, You may well now hear another little whistle. And thank you so much for working.
Thank you, Dorothy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Are you okay to do another one, Dorothy?
Let me just see if there's somebody still here.
You're free to stop if you wish.
Okay, just see if somebody's with me. Okay. Let's just see. Because I don't want to cut anybody, you know, cut anybody off who wanted just to speak. And Right, should I just quickly ask, anybody know Harry? Who knows Harry in the spirit world, please? Harry. I heard the name Harry called out. I know, please, I've got a gentleman. I feel Harry may well connect to him, or his name could be Harry. But I've got a gentleman who was, I believe, has been waiting just to say hello. He is Dad. His jacket, someone still has his jacket. His jacket is hanging up in the wardrobe somewhere. There is a handkerchief in his top pocket. He's very proud of this jacket. There is a real sense that someone holds the jacket and just smells the aroma of this jacket. And birthdays would be slippers and ties. So I'm going to trust that perhaps someone knows this, please, so that then I will then finish. Who's got, please, Dad in the spirit world? His jacket still is around somewhere, been kept. Ooh. This is that point where I wish I'd stopped. Right, who's got Dad, please, in the spirit world? There's Harry somewhere in the family, connecting in some way. Harry may be here. I've got a sense of a jacket, or the jacket was very important to Dad. He liked to keep his handkerchief in his pocket. You'll remember the handkerchiefs, they're not all white, there's colours. He liked colours, he liked his football. I got a strong sense of football here, and watching the football.
Yeah, we got Richard there with his hand up, Dorothy.
That's good, because otherwise I was going to run to the hills. Richard, can I just quickly speak to you? Yeah. If you speak, you'll come into my screen. Oh, hello, there you are, Richard. Hello, Richard. Do you understand this jacket?
Yeah, my nephew wears it.
You see, you were holding out on me.
No, because you didn't say Harry was airplane until that round.
Yeah, there is a Harry somewhere.
Yeah, he's a family friend, Harry.
Right, that's okay. You see, it felt, sometimes it can be the gentleman, sometimes it's just that, you know, Harry is there, all right? So Harry wants to say hello, you know Harry. But is this your dad, or is his granddad to you?
My dad.
It's your dad. So I believe perhaps he actually started at the very beginning, all right, and then perhaps he stepped back, because I knew I had a dad, and then I perhaps moved away from him, Dad who needed to speak to his son, and then perhaps he stepped back and he's just come back.
Take bits all the way through the service. It was quite
yeah. I think he's been. Has he been through before?
Loads of times. Quite a few.
Loads of times. But it may be that just working with my energy, he was trying to get other little bits and pieces in. But anyway, he's now here. But it's all about the jacket.
Yeah.
And you can understand the jacket, and you understand that he did always have a handkerchief. It would be a proper handkerchief, and they would be colours. And you know, please, you would have given him the ties, and you would have given him the slippers.
Yeah,
you understand,
ties as well.
You understand Christmas was always a very special time.
Yeah.
And you know that he was quite a, this is what came in the very beginning. He was a little bit of like a trickster, a party animal. He liked to have a little joke. He liked to play a practical joke, and he liked the laughter.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
He did. He did. He still does. And would you please understand that there is laughter around you at the moment, because you know that you bring laughter into people's lives?
I do, yeah.
You do. You absolutely do. And do you actually have a joke book, or you just got quite a repertoire of jokes?
It's quite strange when I talk. People find it funny because of the way I talk.
Okay, that's okay.
The sort of thing I say.
Okay, so you know, there is. I just wondered whether you actually had a joke book, but I know, please, that this is a way with you, almost as if you can bring. Well, there are phrases that you use. That's what he's saying. It's the phrases, yeah. It's the phrases that you use, and it just brings about a smile on people's faces. It, in actual fact, gives you a smile.
It does sometimes.
Would you understand that it has been difficult to smile?
Yes.
But you are smiling now.
I am.
And you have come through. You've come through the storm. You've come through the most difficult time of no consequence, or not the consequence, no fault of your own. That's what I wanted.
Yeah,
no
like
fault
many, I've had a really rough time I've got through.
Yeah. No, he says, no fault of your own, but it's been a very difficult, rough time to come through, but you're through it now. You were not smiling, but you're smiling now, and everyone is smiling with you, and it's infectious. This is how he puts it. It's infectious. You see, when we are so content and happy now within, it's well, you know, these are catalytic moments. These are life-changing, you know.
Yeah.
When you look in the horizon, you go, yeah, it doesn't look so bad. It really doesn't look so bad. And you've had a job change. You can accept that, please?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, you've had a job.
Trying to get a job as a tattooist. Yeah.
Well, you've had a job change. He says you've made some new friends. More people that have come in. And there is affection too that's coming your way, and you know, it's looking bright. It's looking so much better. So he says, keep on, not on the narrow road, because there's many horizons. So there are many horizons. Now you can open up to so many more possibilities.
Yes, definitely.
Because you're now you're attracting to that goodness to you and that beauty. He says that you, my son, deserves all my love. He doesn't want to talk about, he says, I've done that many times before. I've told, you know, for the evidence of how I passed, the difficulties with everything, and what I struggled with. I'm not going to do that now, because that won't help either of us. You know all of that. It's gone. It's gone. And it's time now to forget the complexities and just hold the truth of I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm happy. I'm loving the spirit life. And I just desire you, my son, to enjoy this life.
Definitely.
This life. Yeah. Yeah. Because look, I'll leave that bit because you can appreciate where that would go about what life you might have, but you now are accepting life and you're appreciating this life and you're living it, and you're living your dream in its truth and its beauty. So all is love. Thank you so much for working with me. Thank you, Kevin, for me just to bring that, because I knew there was just, he was sort of around, and I think I moved away from him, and he was just very, very patient, and just let it build again so that he could just bring in his love. So thank you.
Lovely. Thank you, Dorothy, for the beautiful address earlier and the wonderful validation that you've given this evening. All we have now is our notifications. Our next service will be next Saturday, which I think is the 3rd of July. So we're into July already. 7 p.m. as usual. Our guest medium will be Heidi Cook. I hope to see you all there. Don't forget, we have our weekly open reading circle on Tuesday evenings here on Zoom, where you can come along and get a reading or practice reading if you're a budding medium. We also have a weekly psychic medium development class on Friday evenings, which you can join for a small fee. Okay, that's me done. So I shall hand over to you, Dorothy, for our closing prayer.
So we join together as we bring this service in its beauty and its wonderment into this closing prayer. Father God, we thank you for our homes and our families. We thank you for each experience within our life learning. We appreciate that you stand close to us and you shower your unconditional love upon us as we endeavour to learn our life's lessons, to progress and to find that progression which is open to us, each and every human soul. We thank you that in our messages that we are proving this life is eternal, and therefore we know we cannot die. As we know that we cannot die, we are encouraged. We're truly blessed to appreciate that we need to live. And with this knowledge and wisdom, we know that we can live more fully, more present, and more able to progress and more able to experience the best of life, greatest part of life, without fear, without worry, and we're able to find our fulfillment. So as this service closes, we do thank you. We say thank you for all our blessings, that you look after us, you keep us safe. And so we know that we'll be kept safe the rest of this day and in the days to come. Amen.
Amen.
God be with you till we meet again. By his counsel's guide uphold you, with his sheep securely fold you. God be with you till we meet again.
God be with you till we meet again. Neath his wings securely hide you. Daily manna still provide you. God be with you till we meet again. Till we meet, till we meet, till we meet at Jesus' feet. Till we meet, till we meet. God be with you till we meet again.
God be with you till we meet again. When life's perils thick confound you, put his arms unfailing round you. God be with you till we meet again.
Till we meet, till we meet,
Till we meet at Jesus' feet.
till we meet, till we meet.
God be with you.
God be with you. Oh, God be with you
Till we